Yes, absolutely superb news this morning with him receiving that honour, that award. Thoroughly deserves it, don't I? He does deserve it. It's a really, really good game. Even though I thought of it. I'll never let him live that down, by the way. Do I get a footnote? Good, good, good. I hope we all did. But he put the work in. I mean, I've played it and I still can't reach my level. It's ridiculous. But I am playing it on hard. I don't play it on easy. It's too... If you're going to play it on the toughest one. Right. Where was we? Trying to remember where we was. Seeing as that I was working last week for God knows how long. Oh yeah. Well, we weren't in fire control for a kickoff, I don't think. Yeah. If you're going to do it proper. Play hard or go home. I think we was in the snake control. I think that's where we were. Yeah, I think that is looking... Why has that got errors? Oh, I know why. Right, can you see that, by the way? Let's shift that out of the way. Right. Can you see that? Right. So, we are in snake control. Let's open this thing. So this is the big one because the snake control system was pretty hard. I mean, it was hard on GridRunner 2 because he added more functionality into the snake control. But we'll see if we can do it better here, and I'll try and explain how it works. I dug out my notes. You know, the last time I went and tried finding my notes. Well, there they are. But like I say, this is for GridRunner 2. My GridRunner 1 notes is somewhere. Well, could that be it? No, that's not it. But yeah, we'll try and understand how the snake control's working, and then see if we can make it better. Because we aren't too far away from this being finished, I think. Let me go into this one here. I think this is ours. Or is it? No, that's the original, isn't it? So where's mine? Is it here? No. Ah, there it is. So we've done bomb control. We've done the pod destruction because we had to do that weird thing. Yeah, so it's definitely the snake control. And what's after the snake control? Master timer and level complete. Ooh, so we're not too far away. Not too far away at all. So it's a case of trying to understand what's going on. So, and I was in GridRunner 2 the other day, trying to finish that one off. So this looks like it's me. So insert a snake. Where's that? There it is. Load the number of snakes. If it's not equal to 0, insert a snake. So this is not inserting the snake. This is inserting a character of the snake. Got some noise going off downstairs. Right. So it's setting the master timer again. So we'll concentrate on inserting a snake. Now the way it does it is there are a number of snake characters it needs to add. So especially in GridRunner 2, each level could have different length snakes. And I think we've got the same thing in here, haven't we? Have we? Yeah, snake length. There it is. So as you go on, the snakes get longer and longer. So, but it needs to add the element of the snake on each time of the master timer. So for each 80 frames, well, that's 128, isn't it? 80. So it has to do it, and so we have to control two things. One, when the snake gets updated, and two, when we're inserting, where are we? Yeah. Hello. You all right? Where was I? Oh yeah. What character it needs to insert. So there's two things we've got to keep track of. If we're not inserting any snakes, then we don't have to worry about that. We just worry about the updating of where the position is. But while we're inserting snakes, we've got to keep track of what we're doing, and that's what this does. So if we go to insert new snake here, so we're loading basically how many characters are left, not the number of characters of the snake. It's basically how many characters have we got left. Because if we've not hit 0, then we still need to insert another character of the snake, which is what we're doing here. So, so we increase the active snakes, load it into the X for the snake array. Now, 0 is, should say, the snake array column. That's the columns along top, and then we've got rows. So we're not actually putting the snake directly onto the screen. The array is basically what column we're on and what row we're on. Yeah, not the location of the screen, but just where in that grid that we have on the screen. So we started off on grid row 2 and 10 always. Yeah, so it always starts in the middle. So we should, where's my constants? Let's put my constants on. Yoink. So we should, our matrix, it should be in the middle of the matrix, I think. Where's our matrix sizes? Here we go. So 10 is 10, isn't it? But our matrix column size is 26. So it's not halfway, it's just before halfway. Now 0 on the control side. So we've got a snake control, row and column. So the row and column define which place in the grid it is, and the control is what is that? What's the purpose of that bit of the snake? So the controls we've got are 80, which means I'm going from left to right. 81, which means I'm going from right to left. 0, which means I am following the snake element in front of me. And 40 means I am the end of the snake. So that's how he's defining how the snake works inside the array. So you've got to try and imagine, we're not talking about snakes, yeah? We are only going to be controlling the elements of the snake. We don't know that we have 4 snakes of 100 characters or 4 snakes of 10 characters. It doesn't care. All it knows is I've got, say, 6 snakes of 10 characters. I've got 60 elements I've got to look after. Or if there was 100 snakes of 6 characters, then that's 600 elements I've got to look after. That's how he works it. He doesn't work it as I have got 6 snakes I've got to look after. I am just looking after the elements of the snakes. So therefore, he only works at the element level. So each element has a control to tells the program what to do with it, and the column and the row with where that is, and that's all he does. Yeah. So when we're inserting a snake, we are defaulting it to 0 to say it's a follow. I am an element that just follows whoever I'm in behind of. We started off on row 2 and column 10. Then we decreased the number of snake characters. So we've now added another one. And then we load it in so we can compare with number 1. Because if there's one left, we've then got to say that is the tail of the snake. The tail of the snake. Yeah. So if it's not equal to 1, it jumps back out and then carries on to the snake processing part. But if it is equal to 1, that's where it then defines the end of the snake. So it decreases the number of characters, decreases the number of snakes for the level, because we are now adding the end snake. We're now adding the end element of the snake on it, and then sets up the control. Now this is not defining the snake tail. This is defining the snake head, because he's putting 80 into the control. So we decrease the number of characters and then put 80 and put that into the snake control. So that is the head of the snake. Right. And then it jumps back out. So that is inserting the snake. Let's just make sure. So let's just make sure that we're getting this right. So we're decreasing the snake master timer. If it's equal to 0, we're going to process it, reset the timer. First thing we do is do the inserting of the snake. So let's just go back there, load the number of characters. If it's not equal to 0, then go there. If it is equal to 0, decrease the snake counter. So we've got a snake counter and a snake master counter. If it's equal to 0, then is it a snake level? Right, that is the next bit we need to look at, which is here. In fact, we can move that close to where it is. We don't need it that far away. Put that there. Is it a snake level? Then number of snakes for the level, branch if not equal, define the head. So that's defining the head. Here we go, defining the head. So that is it defining the head? 41, no, that's defining the tail. Right, good job, I was looking at that. Right. So, let's just get this right. So, we are here. Inserting a snake goes to there. If we've inserted the right number of characters, then it decreases the snake timer counter. Oh, this will be the time interval between adding snakes. Got it. If that is equal to 0, then it's time. Then we come here, load the number of snakes for the level. If it's not 0, then away we go and off we go. So we are here. So we load 20 into the snake counter, the snake timer. So that's going to be 20 iterations before the next snake, which is going to be. Oh, hang on. No, it might be okay. Load the level snake length, which is how long we're going to do it. So this is defining the new snake. Store it in the number of characters because that's where we're going to keep track on it. Increase the number of active snakes.
Oh, John here. Thank you for following. Hope you enjoy the stream.
Oh, got another follow. Thanks for following. Right. Then we set it up and 41 is the back end. That's the end. I'm sure that's the end, but then this doesn't look like it's the end. 41. I think he's reversed the control characters because these were the control characters for GridRunner 2. I think he's reversed it. So I think I was right to start with. So head. So that's head. This is tail. It's got to be. No. Oh, I'm getting all confused now. Let's. Hello. What was it before? It was tail. Right. What was that before? What was that before? Come on, tell me what it was before. That was the head. That's the tail. Right. That has changed, hasn't it? Is that back to normal? Let's do a quick. Where are we? So I changed it. So it was head before. Okay. And what else did I change? That's it. We're back. Back to how we were. Good, 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 good. Right. So he changed it for GridRunner 2 because GridRunner 2 So the reason why I think he's changed it, because he's done 41, which if it's the same as GridRunner 2, 41 will be going from right to left, which is that way. That way for me, that way for you, which is right. So that's the head. So this is the head of the snake. So this is defining the head of the snake. And this is definitely defining the tail. Right, because if we got it the wrong way around, right. So that's the tail, and so that's it. So basically he fills up the array one element at a time as he plonks it in. And the snake timer is the interval between the last element of the snake was inserted and the next one gets inserted. So we've got to make sure that this timer is right, because I don't think there's an entry level timer in there. No, there isn't. So that looks like it's done. So defines it, sets it up, says I'm going from right to left. Right. So that is the inserting of a snake. Right. So once we've done the insertion of the snake, if we're allowed to insert, we're going to carry on and now process all the elements of the snake. So this is saying load in the active number of snakes. If it's equal to 0, then we need to exit, which it's doing. It's coming back up here. So he transfers A into X, increases the snake head character, and the only reason he's doing that is because the head character, the snake head, alternates. I think there's two characters that it alternates between, and that's what he's doing here. So this is animating the snake head character. So loads it with the end. If it's the end, reset it. If it's not, jump past it to here. Okay, right, so he stores his snake index away. He's now loading the element of that snake, storing it in screen column and row, gets the grid, puts it in the character, gets the color, stores that away, and now we're going to the display routine. So here's where we display the snake. So where's that? Let's highlight that. It's down here somewhere. Here it is. So it's loading the control, ending it with 80. Now in this case that means it's going to be the end of the snake. If it's equal to 0, which means he hasn't found the end of the snake, we jump out. That's right, because you don't want to put the grid character in the middle of the snake, because you'll see that flickering effect. So basically he's testing for the last character where it is now, and he's going to store the grid character in that place, so it effectively does it out. Now I'm going to change that to GSR and do RTS. I know I'm wasting bytes, but just for people's sanity. Right, where were we? We were here. So that is basically blanking out. But he's doing it for everyone. Really? Why? We can make that. Why is he doing that for everyone? Don't need to do it. Don't need to do it for everyone. We should only, because this is not displaying the snake. This is just blank. This is blanking out. This is just blanking out the last one. So we should. That's all that does. So we should be able to come out. We should get rid of this. We don't need this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that, because we don't need to do that jump, that JSR all the time. Just do it there. Get rid of that. Undo that. Get rid of that. I mean, to be honest, we can do a lot here. Right, okay, so this is now branch to not end of snake. Right, so not end of snake will be here. Because what he's doing is he's just checking to see if it's the end of the snake, and then putting the grid character on it. So we can get rid of all that and put it here, right? Right. So we load the array control in of the index, and it with 80. If it's equal. Now, if it's not equal. So if it's equal to 80, that's the last snake element. If it's not, we can bypass all this line. We don't need to do it. Just don't need to do it. So we get rid of it. So get rid of that. There we go. Some execution saving, because he was doing this for everyone. Now, the question is, does it do it later on? Yeah. So we're loading the snake index again. Then we're doing the... See, he's doing it now. He bypasses it, look. It's a snake body. So that's here. But he's increasing the screen column. Ooh, we're going to have to put this back in. Only this, though. Don't need to do the characters. So we're setting that up. Right. So he's Hello. How you doing? Welcome to the mess of a stream. While someone's... Are you wrapping presents?
I'm wrapping your presents while you can't actually walk in the room.
Oh, right. So you're wrapping my presents up?
Yes.
I've got some presents. Get back to my stream. Okay, will do. I got some presents. Hey. Morning, Jason. Not so early this time. I was a bit late starting. Right. What's your present? I don't even know what mine is yet. There's a lot of big boxes in there.
They're not for you.
Oh, they're not for me? Oh, boring.
Well, they are Hot Wheels. They probably are for you.
Oh, right. Your new GridRunner cart. Is that the GridRunner cart that I'm going to try and make, is it? Yeah, I've only been going... How long have I been going? Oh, 39 minutes going to this. Oh, I'm going to make it better. I've got plans for this. Once we've recoded it to make it match the original, that's when we're going to start using our imagination and start making things better. Right. So back to where we were. So we've assigned the row and column of that element because apparently it looks like we need it. We check whether it's the end, and if it is the end, we then set up the grid character and the color and then set it. Then we load it, but the thing is, if it's the end, we don't need to do all this. We need to bypass it. So we need to circle round. Oh, nice. I've been after a monster joystick. Just can't justify the expense. It's a lot of money. Right, so I don't think, once we've put the character in place, I don't think we need to do this because why? We're not processing any more elements, so I think we can jump past it. And I think we can jump to here. I think that's where we're cycling through the array. We'll make it a permanent one, not a temporary one. Yeah, but even they're pretty dear. Right, so cycle through, load the snake index, DX, branch if plus to bypass snake reset. Where's that? Is that going up again? Ah, there we are. Right, so definitely on the right track here. Trying to remember where we get the X from. Oh, there. So load the number of active snakes. That's not the number of active snakes, that's the number of active snake cells. Gonna have to change these labels, I think. Right, so that should work. Right, where are we? Just got to make sure. Right. So we do it, we check for the end of the snake, we set up the grid character, store it, and then jump to the next one. Yes, that should be right. If it's not, then we come to there, not end of snake. So we load the index again, we get the control character for that particular element, and it with 40, and if it's not equal to 40, so that'll be, if you and it with 40, it's either going to be 40 or 0, isn't it? Yeah. If you end it with 40, then it's either 40 or 0. It's not going to be any other number. So if it's not 40, which would be 0, then it's the body. So we'll go to the body, so that's here. Well, that's not right, surely. Oh, that's driving me nuts now. If it's 40, and so if we write the header character will be 41. If we AND it with 40, then it will be not equal. Yeah, that's right. We've got this naming wrong. Because it's not this is not the body. This is the snake head. Right, just I normally would have taken the TV apart before looking at that, mate. Right, so here we go. The head of the snake can be 40, 41 or 42. Right? So yeah. So if it's 40, it means it's staying still, yeah? 41 I think is going right to left, 42 left to right, I think. So if we've got a header character of 42, for example, if we AND it with 40, then we get 40, which is not equal to 0. So it's definitely a header character. So we come down here to the, let's get rid of that temporary one because it's a permanent one. So this is the header snake. It is the snake head. Right, let's get rid of that. So we're loading, so we're reloading the array. Oh yeah, because we've destroyed it because we did the AND. And then ANDing it with 2. Now 2, if it's 2, so if it's 2 and 2, that's equal. So this is not equal. So this, let's have a look what we're doing on here. Decrementing the screen column, so that is going left when you're looking at it. Decrementing the screen column means it's going left. Right, so that tag is right. Is going left. So this is going right. And the reason why, as we found out when we was doing it, the reason why it increases the screen column twice, because he decreases it straight away here. AB equals mono stereo. Surely it should have been M and S. Oh dear. Never mind. Right, so this is, he increases it twice because he's decrementing it straight away. So then we get the character from the current location, and if it's equal to 0, which is what this test is, it's saying that the snake is okay to move. Where's that? Here we go, here. Right, and the reason why the snake is okay to move, because we've just tested that it's a grid character at that point, so we're okay to move. So we load the snake index and then we go to place snake character on the grid, which is here. Now I don't like jump, we'll do JSR and then RTS. If you guys don't like that, then that's fine. So we'll make this a proper label. But why, if it's okay to move, Are we doing that in more than one place? How many times has that been called? Twice. That's why. Okay, so we're saying it's okay to move. We get the index. We place the character, snake character on the grid, which is the header character. Which is here. So load the snake head character, store it in the screen character, set it on the screen, load the indexer and cycle through the game. Now I've made that a proper label on a, yep. But we're doing a jump, so we'll do a JSR, RTS. Now, the question is, what is this all about? That's not been touched. And this. Because if he's jumping away, yeah, it doesn't get touched. So this is irrelevant. So let's name this a bit more, because it says it's placing the snake character on the screen when in fact it's placing the snake head character on the grid. Loads the column, takes the screen column, puts it in the current column array, takes the screen row, puts that in the, so it's updating the thing, takes the snake color, stores it in the color, takes the head, stores it in the character, places the character on the screen. Right, let's start again. So JSR, jump, no. No, that's not a JSR, that is definitely a jump. But where? Right, let's put that back to jump. So I think he's doing proper jumps here. So let's run through it, let's just make sure. So we are looking at main body. Where are we? Not that. It's a snake head, that's what I was doing. So we're looking, we are going left and right. Here we go. It's okay to move. So we branch to okay to move. Jump to there. Jump to the cycle. Yeah, that's okay. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Right, so if the character is not equal to 0, so we carry on here. So we load the index again. We check to see if we've eaten us here. So is it the shit character? Yes. Player found. Right, that's the death routine. If not, then we load the snake array and then return back. Now, why do we do that? Surely we should have done that here. Yeah, why are we doing that here? Yeah. I mean, to be honest, let me check. So that goes there. Have we eaten ship? Is that just one place? Yeah. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I've got an inkling to move it and put it in here. But I'll leave it. I'll leave it for the moment. So we load the snake column, store it in the screen. We increase the row. Why are we increasing the row? Why are we increasing the row? That's strange. Why are we increasing the row? We've just loaded the column, snake column array. That's weird because we decrease the column. We check to see if we're there. And now we're increasing the row. Get the character from there. It's okay to move. We move it. If it's not okay to move. Oh, got it. If it's not okay to move, then we move down. We move that. So let's say a pod's in the way. So it's not us, it's a pod. If a pod's in the way, then we move down. That's why it loads the column back. So because that's wrong. Okay, got it. It's all right, mate. I figured it out. So let's put a comment in here. This is something else in the way. Revert back to original column. There we go. So we take the original column, we put it back. So now we increase the row. So we're basically going to go down. So there's something in the way, we go down. Then we test with the bottom of the matrix. If it's not equal, then we haven't hit the bottom of the grid. Right, so the bottom of the grid, loads the snake array, XOR it with 3. Oh, what's that doing? Okay. We'll work this out in a minute. Stores it back in the control. I think that's inverting. I think that's inverting the direction. If it is the bottom of the grid, then we load the array, OR it with 1, AND it with FD, and store it back into the control. Gonna have to work that out. Why is this? Why is this? Right, let's assume that it was 41. So you OR it with 1, which is still 41. And then FD. So then I got loads of friends, I think. Right, so 41, so we're going in direction 41. No, not decimal, hex. 41. We OR it with 1 is 41, and then AND it with FD equals 41. Then what's the point? What's the point? Okay. Let's try the other one, 42. OR it with 1 makes 43. AND it with FD. It's 41. God, that's a long, convoluted way of doing that. 41 XOR 3. It's 42. XOR 3. It's 41. What? Why didn't you just do what you just did here? (41) OR it with 1, FD is 41, yeah? 41, OR it with 1, it's 41, AND it with FD. (42) OR it with 1, AND it with FD. 41, okay. So he's defaulting it to 41. Why? Forty-one is going left. That's that way. We'll have to see what that's doing, because he's loading the matrix top row +1, stores it in that. So the matrix top row is 13. All right, so he's putting it halfway up. Okay, and then places goes to place the character on the screen. But that's a jump. We've already said that's a jump. So this is basically testing for something in the way. Not hit bottom of the grid. So this is where he's not hit the bottom of the grid. So he's carrying on. So basically he's inverting where it's going, and then places the head of the snake on the screen. So that's the processing of the head. So let's go back through it again. Is it 40? Is it a head? No, we are 0 this time. So he loads what's in the column array in front of it, stores it in where I am now, loads the row array in front of it, stores where I am now, stores it in the screen row. Oh, come on. Come on. Do that there. Don't need them. Loads of snake colour, loads of snake animation start, then goes subzit, and then we do the next snake. Right. I think we're on a winner there. Right, where's my... Right, better put this in here. Where's the includes? Okay. Right then, let's see if we've broken it. Oh. You could tell who's been in CBN Prop Studio for a bit. Well, no errors. Right. Well, no snakes are appearing at the moment. Right then. Okay, we have no snakes appearing. Why do we not have snakes appearing? Right, we'll put a breakpoint there to see if it's actually going into it. So we're going to the debugger.
Hello, John here. Thank you for following. Hope you enjoy the stream.
Oh, I've had another follow. Thank you for following, whoever it was. Right. This is not going to work. I have found out why C64 Debugger doesn't work very well. You have to run it in admin mode. Let me run it in admin mode. There we go. We'll leave that there. Oh, Twitch ignore. Thank you for following. Twitch. Oh, Igor. Twitch Igor. Hey. Right. So let's see. This hopefully should run a lot better. Right. Alt. Okay. Switch it on. There we go. Oh, my joysticks aren't on. Aha! So it's not even going into the snake control. It's not breaking at all. Right, let's break it. So it's not breaking at all. Twitch Igor, welcome. You are a mere youngster compared to me. You what? Talking to me? Are you talking to me? Oh, okay. Right. So we're decreasing 25. So that's here. And we're coming out. Okay, so let's keep going. Right, this is going to take a while. Here we go. Need to get 0. Right, one more. There we go. Decrease 25. It is equal to 0. We load 80, store it in 25. Then we are doing loading 29. Which is 0. Branch if not equal. Decrease at 28. Branch if equal. Okay. Put a breakpoint there. Get rid of that one. Okay. Decrease 28. 15, so that's there. Cool, this is taking a long time. This is our snake inserter. So at 12, 11, 10. I hope I don't die before I get there. Oh, he got me. Right, so I know what the problem is. Our thing is too. Our thing is too long. Too long. Reset. Right, so our counter for inserting a snake is because this is doing 80 and then it removes on, where are we down here, 20 snake timer, is 28. So let's just do that again. So we'll restart it. Oh, come on. Are we on that still? Go away. Just catching up on the chat. Whoa, got people chatting in my chat. Yes, if you want to join, if you want to become patron mine, by all means. I am not a patron hunter, but it's nice that I can use the money for buying stuff for the channel. I mean, it's all I use it for. Right, we're looking at 28. We're looking at this number here. Now it's on 23. So see how fast it goes down. See, it hasn't gone down yet. There we go. So that's the first time it's hit it. So we'll take it off and we'll just go for it and see how quick it goes down. So it's going down, look. It's just not going down as fast as we would want. Right, so that needs to be shortened. And I think the reason it needs to be shortened, I think this this master clock here, that's 128 cycles, which is what we're using the raster as our clock, so that's 65. Oh, I'm gonna get told off again. 60 frames a second, 50 in the America, isn't it? Yeah, so 60 frames a second. So if we're doing 128, that's 2 seconds. So that's saying that the snake's going to move every 2 seconds. We can't have that. Can't have that. No. So we'll knock it down. Right. So we'll make a constant because I don't think the snake moving is actually a variable. Where's my... It's there. Discord. What? What's going on? It should be on. No. Don't want to go there. Right. CloudBot. Commands. Ah, would you believe it? I ain't got one. No. Hang on a sec. Let me just add a command then. Hang on. So, Discord. Where's my Discord? There it is. Let me just add it. Right. Right, see if, let's see, Discord. There we go. Sorted. Sorted, right. So we don't have a delay for the levels. So we need to make this. Where's my, let's click in there and grab my constants file.
Hello, John here. Thank you for following. Hope you enjoy the stream.
Oh, I've got another follow. Hey, it's all cracking off today. Right, so they're the timers. So we need to put the timers in the game constants. So right. So this is the snake master timer, which equals 80, and snake add delay equals .20. Right, so let's put these in there. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? There it is. Right, and I think this is in the initialization routine somewhere. Initialize game. No, must be the level then. Need to organize it. Here we go, setup level. There we go. So that's a snake timer. That's that one. But there's no master. Where's the master snake timer? Is that in there? I don't see it in there. Okay. I'm fine with that. Let's right. Let's see now. So where let's make this so if it's 60 frames a second, let's say that it comes on every second, so that's 60. Okay, 50. 50. Let me put a comment, right? 50 equals PAL. 60 equals NTSC. There you go. I need a listen, yeah. Right. So we're going to try and make the snake master time is on 50, and we'll reduce this down. Instead of that bit, that's 32. So that means every so that's 32 seconds now. So we'll say that they come on in 10-second bursts. So 10. Let's see if that does it. Right, so F6. Still nothing. Right, let's go into the C64 debugger. That's still... Was it still running? Have I closed it down like an idiot? Dope. Right, that should be about right. Yeah, it looks it. Right, so we're looking at 28, which is there. That's the one we're looking for. Oh no, I put a load of numbers in there. Out. This is here. 3. What? How'd you get off that view? How'd you get off the memory view? That's annoying. Oh, why can't I get off the memory view? Anybody know how to get off the memory view? Ugh. It's better. Get this back. It's just the memory view. It's, well, we'll have to just live with it and just look at it. So we're looking at 28. So that's here somewhere. No, it's there. Right, here we go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Right, it did something but didn't do what I wanted it to do. Right, so F10. Right, so that is here. So I'll press F11. So we're there. So we're going to step into it because it's about to do it here. Decrease 25, which is that one. Oh. Right, so we want it to 5D. We need to come here. F11. Get rid of that one. Here we go. So it stores 32 back into 25. So it resets that. Is that 25? 24. Decrease 28. Branch if equal to 0. Here we go. LDA. That one. That's 0. And it jumps back out. Okay. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. So exit, no control. No, right, so it's loading. Right, so it's definitely loaded the first index. Increase the snake character. Bypass it. Loads the snake index. Loads the array column, which is 10. Loads the array control, which is 80. So it's not the end of the snake, that's right. Oh no, 8 is the end of the snake. Hang on, that's 80 and it's just done not equal to, but it should be an equal to. Oh, it's not, is it? 80. Right, so there's a bug here. This should be equal. Oh, and I've just shut it down again like a wally. Right, where is it? It's equal to 0, because if it's 80, that means it's not equal to, it does that. Right, let's do that again. Right. Ooh, wrong place. There was something else I was thinking of doing, but never mind. Now that's going to fire another C64 debugger up his ears. Get away. That's the one we want. Let's go back to the original view. That one. Right, so I'm going to put a breakpoint. Oh, I know what I was going to do. We're going to let it run through. Okay. So 25. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Nothing. Right. Okay, I'm going to put some breakpoints in it. Right, so we want one. Where we want one? Where do we want one? Insert snake. Right, where are we? Insert snake. Here we go. So we're decreasing the snake counter. We want to put a breakpoint here. Right. Let's do this. Right, control load. There we go. Right. Oh, why is that juddering? Come on. There we go. So we've fired our breakpoint. So let's see what's happening. So 2A is 01. Okay, so it's loading the start position, setting up the array with 41. Goes back, loads 24. It's not equal to 0, so we now see, the problem is, mate, C64 Debugger hasn't got the commands in for the latest version, so I get a bit lost. I did use the C64 Debugger, but he's on the case. He says he's going to do it, so yeah, I have to run this in admin mode to get it to work right. Right, so F10, let's keep going. Compare it with 16, which is 14, so it's not equal to. So we're loading that, which is 08, 01, and 41, and it with 80 is 0. Right, here we go. Starting to get somewhere now. 41, and it with 40. And it's jumped to there. You'd have to talk to Arthur about the update on. He hasn't touched it for a while. I think he started a new. I think he started a new job because he was furloughed, I think. That's 41, and it with 2, get 0. So we're increasing 02, 03, decrease it back to B, load where we're going, zero, 0, that's okay. Ooh. Right, this should put that character on the screen now. Oh, 04 is 14. Store it, but it's not on the screen. That should be on the screen. 06 and 7. 0, 1. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 04, 50. Oh, it's there. It's there. It's there, look. So then we do the colour. There we go. So what's happening now? Branch if equal to 0. Okay, 11. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. That seems to be working. Come on. There we go. Here we go. But the problem is, it's just sticking it on and sticking it on and sticking it on and sticking it on. So it's not sticking the tail on. Right. So we're having problems working out where the tail is. So that's this, not that one. Number of active snakes, not that one. Number of snake chars, it's definitely that one. So let's put a breakpoint in and see if it goes into that. So, oops, wrong place. Need to make it quicker. Need to make it quicker. But we'll do in a minute. Ah, and I blew up. Let's make it quicker. Let's go back to the constants. So that means moving every second. So I want to move it every quarter of a second. Let's do that. That should make it go quicker. Come on, here we go. All right, so it did do it. So it has broken. So how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. Right. And then it just carries on doing it. So it's like the... Right. Let me, I've shut down C64 Debugger again. Right, so let's build this. Shut that down. Load this. Right, see if it comes up on the screen. There it is. Go on, break. Here we go. Right. So we're trying to figure out why it's not doing it. So Loads 80.
Hello, John here. Thank you for following. Hope you enjoy the stream.
Oh, I've got another follower. Oh, thank you for following, whoever it was. Store it in the array. Right, so now I need to put a breakpoint here. So this is where it blanks it out. That's where I need to, that's the breakpoint there. So F11, does it reach it? Yes, it does. So why doesn't it? Oh, 5. Oh, PDA. Hello. I can't say the first word. Yeah. Sorry. I don't know how you would say that. PDA. There we are. I'll say PDA instead. Right, let's find out why this thing, like anonymous without the us. Anonym. That it? Anonym PDA? Right. Let's find out why this thing ain't blanking out. Right, so we load 4, which is 0, stores it. Oh, right. 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5004, which should be there. So why is it not taking it out? Load 8. No, it hasn't wiped it out. So it's not blanking out. It's running through the routine, but it's just not blanking out. So here we go again. So it loads 4. So 2 and 3. 02 is 8. Yeah, so it's in the right place. So we'll load 4, which is 0. Store it in 4. 08 in 5. So that's the colour. Then it goes to work out where it is. Stores it in 6 and 7. Right. So it's not, so we are not putting. Let me change the accumulator. Let's make this let's make it FF. So when we store it, we'll see where it's placing it. Oh, it is. It's doing it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Oh, right, okay. That's putting it there, but it's not actually there. It's one further on. Right, okay. Come on. So it's one further on. So it's defining this. It's defining that bit, so we're fine there. So it's definitely. No. Why are you not coming off? That's it. So it's in the control. It's in the control space, which is here. I think Grey Defender's got an Ultimate 2. I haven't, but I've got a backbit cartridge because it works on the VIC-20 as well. So let's find out what's going on. So this is where it's storing it, but why is it not storing it in the right place? Right, I'm just gonna change this to say LDA $FF. I want to see where it's putting it. Oh. Right, I think there's a problem with our array working out. Yeah, let's have a look at that in the debugger. And let's get into memory mode because we want to look at 1300, which is there. So this is our control space, 1300. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, we've got a 0 there. That shouldn't be looked at. But that is still in the same place. That's not actually moving. That's why it's going wrong. It's not updating. It's not updating that last one. Right. Right. So it's here. What was it before? I've got several SD to IECs, but I use that the FB program to do the fast loading. Right. So it's jumping out, it's not evaluating the back end of the snake, it's not actually updating its that's here. So why is it not going through here? I wonder. Oh, would you look at that? Now ignore the fact it's wiping out because I've got it doing it right. Let's put that back to how it was. Here we go, snake's on and then moving. Right, so we need to check for the snake now with the fire button. Because we're just going straight through it. But I think it needs to go faster. I do think it needs to go faster. Well, it's wrapping round okay. Yeah, we need to right, that's me dead. I think it needs to go faster. Let's try the original one. Oh, Jake. Yeah, look at it. It runs a lot quicker, doesn't it? Right, gotta make it run quicker. So let's knock it down to a 1/10 of a second. We're getting there, WauloK, we're getting there. Right. It's not as quick. But then again, I mean, even my shooting's not quick. Right, let's see if the second snake comes on. Right, the second, let's get to the array. Which one has 2 snakes? Right, level 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 gives us 3 snakes. So 2, 3, 4. Right, here we go. See if we get 4. Well, there's number 1, number 2, number 3. Yep, that's what we had, 3 snakes. Oh, and that blew up. Got blown up. Right, so now we've got the snakes working. Now let's sort out our bullets, because they're clearly not reacting to the fact there's a snake underneath it. So I'm just wondering, is it fire control? Can't remember now. Alright, is there something underneath the bullet? Here we go. Now we had 3 snakes. Level 4 was 3. 4 snakes is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Level 7. I don't think we've got it up. Oh yeah, we do have it going up to level 7. Anyway, go find out why. Ah, here we go. Check for snake. There we go. Got it on the to-do list, look. Right, let's find check for snake in the original code. There it is. So I am going to put check for snake into the snake code, because that's where it should be, I think. We'll put it in there, check for snake. So we're going to copy from that, hit update score, hit snake. Was the snake hit? God, there's a lot here. Right then. So, not putting this in the fire control because we'll call it this bullet. There we go. That means what it says. So compare with that, compare with that, compare with that. Hit, so we hit the body of the snake. So that's the hit the body of the snake. Okay, so we'll do that. Get rid of that. We'll find hit body of snake. There it is. Get rid of that. Don't need it. Ignore that. Right, we'll start with the hit body of snake. Yeah, hit snake body. So load X reset pod timers. That's down here somewhere. I think I've got this already. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Right, so we don't need that in here. Don't need that. So the next thing is update score. Do we have that? I don't think we've got that yet. Oh yes, we've got that. That's okay. That's in there. Right. So we update the score. Reset the timers. Turn the bullet off. Why are we pulling the accumulator? Because that's effectively Oh, okay. Checking. We check in here. Yes, 364, wonderful little mag. So we've, okay, I'm gonna put question marks about that, these two PLAs anyway. Don't need that. Don't need that. Right, so if we hit the body of the snake, we get the column, put it in the string column, compare with the screen column. Branch of equals snake hit here, okay. Oh, see you later. Right, so it's trying to find out where it's been hit. So it's loading the screen, it's loading the array column, comparing it with the screen column. Is it the same as, yes it is, right, so we got hit. So it's loading the row, checking that checking the bullet row, branch of not equal, not the right row for the snake. So he doesn't. Right. So when the bullet touches a snake, it only knows that it's a snake. It's one of the snake characters. So now he runs through the array to find out which one of the snake cells that the bullet was on. Okay. So it wasn't hit. If it was the right one, he loads the control, hands it with CO. Why does he hand it with CO? That's 40 and 80, isn't it? So, okay, so if it's 40, that CO, 40 with CO is 40. So that's not equal. And if it's 80, CO, that's 80. So that, yeah, okay. Okay, I can see where that's going. Right. So it's a control character. So that's where we need to go, which is down here. Compare it with CO, which it would never ever do because there's no such thing. Move snake looper. That's here. Okay. That would never ever happen. Right, that's the head of the snake. So a branch to the head of the snake, which is here. So it loads the control character and moves it back one. Okay. Got ya. So basically it's moving the control character back one. So the second cell of, so if you hit this top, if you hit the face of the snake, the head of the snake, it basically relieves control to the second element. So that's what that's doing. Move snake looper. Let's make that a permanent one. Right. If it's not, then it must be the tail of the snake. So it moves it up. Right, gotcha. Then goes to the snake looper mover. And I think taking the row, stores it in there. So it's minusing 1. Number of active snakes, branch if not equal, yet last snake. And then sets the pod character up. Got ya. Well, that's definitely a JSR RTS there. Right. Let's see. We hit the body. Right, what's the next thing? Hit snake update score. Hit snake update score, that's there. And hit snake update score. Okay. That should do it. Check bullet for snake. Here we go. Get fire control. Jump. Just do that. Right, then let's see if we can detect collision. F6. Ooh, have we got an error? It doesn't know? What do you mean it doesn't know? Reset pod timers. But I searched for it. Reset. There we go. Reset pod timers. Oh, rats. Put that here. F6. Right then, let's see if we can split these snakes. Oh, there we go. We get a split. Oh, the head. Oh, okay. Oh, I got it, I got it, I got it. Oh, I shot it. Looks like there's a problem with the head and... Oh, it's gone away. Yeah, I'm hitting it. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, 2,400. Well, I was hitting it, but for some reason it's not getting rid of it. So we're getting there. We are definitely getting there. So... Snake animation start +1 and snake animation start +2. Let's have a look. +1 is 14, +2 is 15. Right, so that's basically saying that you can only hit it on one. Right, okay. Well, that can't be right because midnight? Wow. Okay, right, so we've got a problem with the head and the tail, I think. We've got a problem with the head and the tail. Let me just run it again. I'll see if I can slow it down and see what we can find out. Right, so it's on, so we'll slow it down. There we go. So we'll wait for it to come back. Right, so I reckon we should fire about now. Too early. Oh no, oh no. Bang on. Oh, yes, and it converted it. Oh, and I've just died. Boom. I think it was having a problem hitting the head and the tail. That should have eaten me, and he didn't. The snake moved out the way. Oh, I got blown up again. I'm going to disable that laser control, so we can do what we need to do. Right, laser control, where are we? Let's just run that out for the moment. See, it didn't do it then. There we go. Yeah. So you get points, but you don't kill it. Now it, if I let it run, should see it's just bounced off me. So we need to sort that out. Oh, it bounced off the bullet. Here we go. Yeah. Missing it. Oh, I got points, but he didn't kill it. Yeah, got points again. Oh, that bounced off the bullet. Right, I don't like... Does the original one do that? Alt J. Oh, it does. Right, slow this down. Right, it's rotating between three characters. Right, is mine rotating through three characters? Yeah, mine's rotating through three characters. Right, I'm just wondering if the two extremes, you just get points but you don't destroy them. Oh, that's... Right, let's move over one. Move over one again. Right, so you get points, but you don't get destruction. And I think... Right, slow this thing down. Right. Fire. Too early. Fire. No, it's going to carry on. Oh dear. Ah, too much noise. Yeah. Right. So it's definite. So it's the last character. Oh, get rid of that noise. Oh, in my ear. So the animation start is... Can I move that out of the way? No. Constants. Animation start is 13 to 16. So if we look at the character set, 13 to 16. So that's the one that's aiming for. And then at these two, it doesn't allow you to destroy. but it should. So why is it not doing it? I mean, we're recording a score, but it's not zapping. It's not zapping the snake. I think that's going to have to be another stream fix, to be honest, because it's 11 o'clock here and I do believe my other half has hit the sack. Yeah. Right. Oh, 2.5 hours. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So we know what we need to do now is that we're hitting the head but it's only destroying it on one of the cycles. So we need to figure out what that is. And yeah, I think that's going to be something that's going to take some time. So what we'll do is it's past prank. Shut up. Past my bedtime. We'll do this on the next stream because this is going to be debugging, trying to find out why it's the head of the snake, why that's not destroying when the bullet hits it. We know it's hitting it because we hear the update of the score, but for some reason it's not destroying the snake. So can't have two single snakes wandering around. All right, so I will say thank you for joining. I hope it's been informative. There's going to be a stream about this competition that started up. This competition where you've got to write a game in the first 4K of the 64. So basically, you can only code in 0 to F0 FFF. You can't poke any other memory except for the input-output space. And we're gonna do a stream about trying to write a game for that competition. I have an idea. I've got several ideas, and see if we can. We'll enter the competition. And I'll do it all on stream. I asked if I could do it on stream, and then they said yeah. So we'll talk about that and see what we come up with. All right, guys. Well, which competition? Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can find it for you. See if I can find the link. I'm sure it was on here somewhere. That's the one. This one. This is the one. That's the fella. Well, it's not. Simon's helping. He's judging, I think. It's been organised by a guy who helps runs Phoenixware and Bitmap software. So that's why Phoenixware is sponsoring it and the prizes. And basically, the competition is, like I say, you can only code, you can only write a program that works, that loads in the first 1000 hex. So you can't touch 1000 hex, right? And so it's basically 4095. It's not 4096. It's 4095 bytes of addressable space. You're not allowed to. Your variables have got to be within that space. Your character set's got to be within that space. Your sprites have got to be in that space. You cannot poke to any other. You cannot poke to any other address, other, as it's like it says there, the I/O address, which is the screen RAM, and the sprite, and the VIP chip. You're allowed to use any of the basic commands. You're allowed to use any of the kernel routines in there. You can write it in BASIC if you want, and write it in machine code. But basically, it's to try and write a game in basically VIC space. You know, the unexpanded VIC-20. It's very similar to writing a game for an unexpanded VIC-20, but it's a C64 instead. So you can't use anything above. No, you have to. The first thing you have to do is poke 56,16 to stop BASIC talking to the upper areas of the thing. So, well, if you write a basic game, the first line in the basic game will be poke 56,16. But when you load the basic game in, that when it loads in cannot load above 1000 hex, or you'll be disqualified. And if your first line of that basic code is not poke 56,16, then it will get disqualified as well, because what you do when you poke 56,16, you are telling BASIC that the top of BASIC RAM is page 16, which is hex 1000. Right? So if your basic program goes to page 15 and gives you 256 bytes of available variable space, you're going to be finding out that your basic program is not going to run very well. So, no, I don't think so. You can put it, because that's what we used to do in VIC-20 days. You know, to protect the character set, you poked 56, whatever to protect it. Yeah. So you lowered the basic pointers. But basically, this competition is you're writing a VIC-20 spaced, unexpanded VIC-20 spaced game for the Commodore 64. And it's going to be interesting how what people come up with. Like I say, I've got a couple of ideas. When I say a couple, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 ideas. So, yeah. Yeah. So to look at it this way, that you are. It's not 4K. Well, it is. You are only allowed to use the first 4K of the RAM. If you know, other than the I/O or the VIC chip and the color RAM, you should not use any other space. If you are found to be using any other space, you'll be disqualified. So the game has to be coded in the first 4K. All your variables have to be in the first 4K. All your sprites have to be in the first 4K, same with the character set. And it is coding for the VIC-20. Well, you don't need to switch, WauloK, you don't need to switch off the ROMs because they're at 8,000 onwards. You're not going to be anywhere close to that. The only area that you can code in is up to 1000 hex. That is, so it's a 4K game that can only load in the first 4K of memory. And that's the difficulty, because if you want to write a basic game, you're going to lose 3 pages of memory straight away because basic uses it all. So it's a very restrictive competition. It means that you're going to have to be really, really clever on how you use your memory space. There are memory spaces available that if you don't use basic or switch it off and stuff like that, you can use those spaces to run programs or run routines in, or use them as you can use crunchers, but the thing is, if you let's say you've crunched it down to 4K, yeah, and then you load it in up to 1000, then you decrunch it and it decrunches and it goes above 1000, you'll be disqualified. That's the whole point of this, that anything above 1000, even though it's RAM, you cannot use. You cannot use it. It all has to stay within that first 16 pages of memory. Yeah? There is no sneakily storing variables off or putting code somewhere else. You can't do it because they'll know straight away. It's if you think about it, right, you have got 0400, so you've got 04, let's do Notepad. So you've got 0400 to 800 equals screen. 0800 to 0FFF is RAM. So that's available to you, yeah? So then you've got 000 0400, which is available RAM if you're clever. Yes, it is. It's going to be hard to have music. This is where the big discussion this afternoon was how we're going to do music, and someone went, oh, we're going to have to Jeff Minter it, because procedural sounds and stuff like that, you're going to have to drop down to how to make sounds by a program. So that is the only memory space you're allowed. You're only allowed to use that amount of memory. Even in execution. The only exception is color RAM and the VIC chip. Yeah, so basically it's the I/O space. You're allowed to poke into the I/O space, but you can't poke in any other area. You can execute in any area, so you can execute basic ROM routines or kernel routines, but that's it. So it's an interesting competition that basically it's a sort of nod to that Cascade 50 tape with the terrible games on it, because when I did when I was doing the research into it, the Cascade 50 started off in the VIC-20, and all they did was, when they brought out the C64, they just converted it for the 64. That's why half the games only use a small amount of screen space. So, but it's a nod to that. How good a game. It started today. No, sorry, yesterday. The official start date was yesterday. Yeah, started yesterday. So, it's basically how good a game can you create in 4K, and only 4K. Not that loads 4K, decrunches into 16K, you'll be disqualified. It must load into 4K and execute in 4K. So, I have some ideas. I'm going to pick one of these ideas and then I'm going to try and do it on stream. And then we'll submit it with every other project that I've got going, just for a bit of fun. So if you're interested to join me, then by all means, but that's the link I've plonked in the chat. They're the rules. And yeah. Of course you can put code in 0 page. C64 runs code in 0 page. I can show you. Right. Not loaded anything in. That's 0 page, and then when you do, there you go, code in 0 page. Oh, it's not 7.1, is it? It's 7.2.0072. Disassemble 0072. Oh, disassemble 0072. There we go. So it's that. That, is it 7.3? I know it was one of them. There we go. That is a routine up to that RTS in 0 page. And that's the wedge. That's where you can stick your wedge in. So like I say, there's a lot of space there if you are clever enough to use it. So 0 page doesn't have to be used as data storage. You can use it to put routines in there if you want. So it's up to you guys if you want to have a go at it. It's a bit of fun. See how rubbish a game. Well, I'll be creating a rubbish game because I'm not a game writer. But I'm having a go. Like I say, I've got 15 different ideas. What I'm going to try and do is try and fit as much as I can into the space. You know, like the guy did with the ZX81, where he fitted chess into the 1K space. I'm thinking if he can do it, maybe we can. I think the guy that's running this is on the stream, I think. I've just been pinged. So if you're there, make yourself known. And I think it's going to be good, because it means that, you can't throw everything at the game. You can't throw brilliant sound, wonderful graphics. You're gonna have to be how can I put it, canny. You know, do you want a good looking game? Well, it's not going to be much of a game then. Or you can have a very feature rich game and no graphics, like a text adventure or something like that. Alright, so that is the competition that's currently being run. Like I say, I'm thinking of doing my game on stream once I've figured out what I'm going to do, what type of title I'm going to do. And it's a homage to the Cassette 50, where these games were basically not a lot of lines. I mean, all of them are basic ones, and I think the biggest one was like 150 lines of code, and that was it. I've actually got all the games in this format. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. Got them on. I've got the Cascade 50, but on tape. So this is the first one. So there we go. So they're the first set. And then the second set is there. So, yeah. Grab yourself these 2 discs, have a look at the Cassette 50 games, and I'm telling you now, they are terrible. You know, I went straight for Star Trek. Where is it? It's on this one, I think. There you go, Star Trek. I thought, ooh, Star Trek, I'll do that. But it's absolute pants. It is rubbish. But there's some good ones in there. So that is going to be another stream. Is developing this game once I've worked out what I'm going to be doing, and then we'll try and see if I can submit it in on time with everything else I'm going on. But for you guys, it's not a lot of space. Basically, you're going to be talking a very simple game and trying to fit it in the space. Alright then. So I will say thank you very much for joining, and I will see you on the next stream. Take care, guys. Have fun. Oh, hang on. Is there anybody on? Should we raid somebody? Yeah, let's raid Hayes. Alright, guys. Thank you very much, guys, and I will talk to you on the next stream. I'd like to thank all the patrons that are contributing to my channel. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. Thank you very much.